Hello, it's Sean again. It's day 17 of the WTPC 2016 painting challenge. Worked on the trolls some more. This is the size of base that they get for Kings of War for large infantry. So should be 3 models in the unit, but you can see 3 models won't fit on this base, so I've only put 2 on it. Probably what I'll do is get a 4th model and make a 2nd base up so that I can have a bigger unit of trolls. But for now, the 2 will serve as the unit. I got a finished flock in the base. I JB welded these down, let it dry. That's probably a little bit overkill, but the bases are kind of warpy, so I figured that using the JB weld will help keep them in place over time. I flocked and, or not flocked, I gridded and painted the base of the giant. I've got to dry brush it, put a little bit of the flock on it. I got both spear chukkas done. These are really easy to paint, just metal and wood, and the ropes I just painted the same as the wood. But they look nice, I think. They're both the same model. I'll use some of my spearmen as the crewmen for these because I've misplaced or gotten rid of the crew at some point. So then I painted up bases. Again, they'll get dry brushed and then flocked, and these will go on them, as you can see there. And then I also put some paint to these Gnoblars. Just used a can of Krylon camo paint. It's a flat light brown color. And it will work great as a base for these guys. They're all just going to get kind of leather and brown clothes, so this group will be painted up like that. Obviously the skin tones will be green and weapons and stuff will be picked out, but this is about a third of what the unit's going to be here, so there's a lot of them to paint, so I thought I'd get a little bit of headway on them. So that's what I've got done today. The question for the day is: the 2016 painting challenge is in full swing. Future generations are watching you and contemplating taking part in the challenge next year. If you could talk directly to these prospective challengers, what would you tell them? What advice would you give at this point, halfway to the end of the WTPC painting challenge? How are you feeling about your project, and what are your plans to carry you to the finish line? What advice would I give at this point? Just stick with it. If you miss a day, just go ahead and move on. Obviously, I'm not doing back-to-back days like a lot of folks have done, but some days you're burned out. I've worked on stuff that wasn't part of my painting challenge because I was not motivated to work on that stuff. So don't be scared to work on other stuff, depending on what your challenge is. It may not be something that's part of the challenge. Just go do something else. That's fine. I like setting goals for painting. It helps to keep you motivated, or at least it does me. So if you're a slow painter or don't have a lot to paint or don't have a lot of time to paint, make a small goal. If you have more time and you like to do it and you spend some time doing it, make a bigger goal. The worst that'll happen is you'll get something done and it won't be everything, and you'll still have gotten something done. So that's what I would say about that. How am I feeling about your project? I'm feeling pretty good. I think I'm going to hit my goal. I was a little worried, but the trolls painted up really quick. The spear chuck is painted really fast, so I'm actually pretty far ahead for this week. I'll probably actually get some good progress done on the Gnoblars. I'm a little worried because I don't have enough bases for all the unit that I want to do. I've ordered some, but they're coming from the UK and I'm in the US, so I'm not sure how long it'll take them to get here. Hopefully they'll be here before I get too far along. I can always do them in 2 batches, but it's easier to paint stuff in just a single batch. I say that, but I was annoyed with the last big batch of models I did, so maybe it would be better to do them in 2 batches. But anyway, I think I'm still well on track to get this done in the time frame. So that is it for me today. Thanks for watching.